In a statement, spokesperson of the command, Grace Iringekoko, said on April 3rd, an operation by the Anti-Cultism Unit Emoha at the Kidnappers Creek hideout located in a creek off the Bonny Waterway led to a gunfight, resulting in the deaths of 4 suspects, including 2 who had earlier been arrested and attempted escape. Now, she said recovered items included a speedboat, outboard engines, and George Will's phone. In the statement, the police commissioner praised the effort and reaffirmed the command's commitment to public safety. He said investigations continue. Now, elsewhere, Benue State Governor Hyacinth Alia has claimed that the perpetrators of the recent wave of killings across the state are not Nigerians, stating that they speak unfamiliar languages and exhibit foreign characteristics. Governor Alia said this on Channels Television in the wake of assault on the North Central state that have left scores killed and many displaced. When asked about the identity of the attackers terrorizing communities in the state, the governor said they don't speak the normal Hausa language that Nigerians speak. Governor Alia explained that this marked a new and more dangerous phase of violence compared to previous confrontations with traditional herders. In the meantime, the National Security Advisor NSA, Nuhu Ribadu, on Tuesday visited Benue State to commiserate with the government and people following a renewed wave of violence that has claimed over 70 lives. Speaking in Makurdi during a stakeholders meeting, Ribadu assured Governor Hyacinth Alia and the people of Benue and the federal government that the federal government would not abandon them in this trying time. The visit, directed by President Bola Tinubu, came in response to the Black Friday killings in Katsina-Ala, Okum, and Logo local government areas. Moving on, the River State Sole Administrator, retired Vice Admiral Ibokete Ebas, has appealed to the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, River State Chapter, to play a pivotal role in fostering peace, reconciliation, and stability in the state amid ongoing political and security challenges. Retired Vice Admiral Ebas said this during an engagement with CAN leaders at the Government House in Port Harcourt. Now, he expressed confidence that with CAN's support and divine guidance, River State would emerge stronger and more united.
Today, I call upon you once again, not just as administrator, but as a fellow Nigerian deeply concerned about the soul of our state. We need the prayers, partnership, and prophetic voice of the church more than ever. I appeal to the CAN, I appeal to you here to continue preaching peace, not just from the pulpit, but in every household, village, and city across our dear state. I appeal to you to promote unity. I beg of you to counsel your congregants towards reconciliation, forgiveness, and mutual understanding.
Responding, the state chairman of CAN, Dr. D. Kala Dokubo, assured the administrator of the support of the association to achieve peace.
In John chapter 20, verse 19, he said, "Peace be unto you." That is the peace we want to have in River State. He came for an assignment, and I want to assure you, the Christians are behind you, will support you, whatever area you want us to participate, we will be with you. What we needed is peace. In every family where there are wranglings and fighting, there's no progress. River State is a very important state in the country. God has a purpose for what we're experiencing. We know that He's taking us to a better place.
And now the administrator of Ahoda East local government area, Goodluck Ihanacho, has met with heads of security agencies operating in the area to discuss strategies for improving security. A statement by his chief press secretary, Chibu Humphrey Chimaji, said the meeting held at the council secretariat in Ahoda was part of Ms. Ihanacho's commitment to restoring peace and safety in the area. He commended security operatives for their effort and pledged continuous support and collaboration, stressing that security remains a top priority of his administration. Mr. Hanata further said his administration will continue to follow the footsteps of the River State Administrator, retired Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas, in ensuring the safety of the state. According to the statement, the high point of the meeting was the dissolution of all local vigilante groups in the area, including the Air Security Peace and Advisory Committee, Civilian Joint Task Force, the Nigerian Hunters, and Forest Security Service. The sole administrator of Ikwere local government area, Mr. Christian Njobao, says his administration is committed to promoting peace and unity across the area. Njobao gave the assurance while addressing a crowd of men, women, and youth who stormed the council secretariat in Isiokpo in a show of solidarity. He, however, called for support from the people of the area to enable him to deliver on his mandate. He also met council staff and charged them to be diligent and disciplined in their duties. He promised to implement the new minimum wage approved by the River State Sole Administrator Ibokete Ibas. He also assured that his administration will continue to prioritize workers' welfare and the restoration of a conducive working environment.
We are here to carry out the functions of local government in the federal government. We also do not want to allow people to not to cause problems for Ikwere people. Ikwere people are not known to be violent people. I am not a violent man. I have come here to do my part. I enjoy you to support me. You can see what is going on in the council. Don't allow anybody to destroy what belongs to you. This council belongs to Ikwere people. This council belongs to all of us. We will not allow people to destroy them. I want to thank you for coming out in your mass to support this administration. We will not let you down. Ikwere government was adjudged as the best council in Nigeria, and we want to bring it back.
In his response, the assistant chairman of Norgay in the local government area, David Agoma, assured the administrator of the workers' loyalty and cooperation. And now the elders and youth of Umuokpuru community in Ward 2, Omoma local government area, have described the sole administrator of the area, Mr. Manager Ikechiwala, as a civil servant with high reputation and commitment to serve. The elders and youth who made this known in a statement while felicitating their son, Mr. Manager Ikechiwala, on his well-deserved appointment as sole administrator of Omoma local government area, extended their gratitude to the administrator of River State, Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas, for finding him worthy to serve Omoma in this capacity. Now, they express optimism that he will manage Omoma very well as an administrator and pray that God will grant him the strength and wisdom to serve. The statement was signed by Richard Amako, John Oki, Clement Obunna, Chinyere Afoma, Jacob Wayanwo, Dick Simeon, and Dick Chinato. Coming up next, stakeholders call for state of emergency on flooding in River State. Stay with us.
Dear Elder Lawrence Amadioha, JP.
Welcome back, and now the rest of the news. The people of Eche ethnic nation say they will wage war against land grabbing and perpetrators of insecurity in the area, no matter how highly placed. It comes as a statement said two traditional rulers are facing disciplinary action on the issue currently. The resolution was reached at the Obako Eche Easter Convention held at the Omoma Traditional Rulers Council Secretariat, Eberi Omoma, recently. The guest speaker, retired Commodore Benson Onukuru, urged the traditional rulers, political leaders, and opinion leaders to rise up against land grabbing before it gets out of hand. He also warned the youth against acting as middlemen for land grabbers. Other issues like sand mining and the menace posed by herdsmen were also discussed. The chairman of the convention, Dr. Nweke Emmanuel Onyekachi, spoke in a similar vein, while the representative of the Onyishi Eche, Dr. Samuel Amechi, the Onyishi Aguru Igbo Kingdom, commended the security agents for reducing crime in the area and advised the government to ensure schools are rehabilitated. Also, the President General of the Obako Eche Worldwide, Dr. Silas Ayawa, urged relevant authorities to assist in developing the area, especially the Eche Heritage Project. He also said Obako Eche plans to float a scholarship scheme in Eche land and called on Eche sons to be given appointment at the national level. In another development, the Chief Executive Officer of Buchi Oil and Gas Services Limited, Josephat Atosiaka, has debunked a viral report linking the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike to the ownership of Resto Park Nigeria Limited. The claim, which originated from Symphony News Facebook page, alleged that Wike owns, amongst other things, Resto Park Oil and Gas Company. Speaking with our correspondent, Mr. Atosiaka described the report as entirely false and misleading. Now, he clarified that the legitimate owner of Resto Park is Mr. Chris Okogu, a businessman from Delta State.
The CEO of Resto Park is my very good friend and my boss. So I want the people of Rivers State to not believe what you have seen on the social media, that the property is owned by Ezebonwa Nyesom Wike, the former Rivers State governor. So anybody hearing my voice from this moment should not believe that. The whole people in oil and gas industry knows the rightful owner of Resto Park, the CEO, is Chris Okobo. He's never a Rivers man. He's from Delta State. Resto Park started from former Resto Park in Eromo Odumaya, 1999. Presently now it's a total free station, Eromo Odumaya.
Our correspondent, who reviewed the certified true copy of the Certificate of Incorporation from the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, confirmed that Resto Park Nigeria Limited was officially registered on March 11, 1999, with an amendment done on the file on January 13, 2006. On their part, the General Manager of Resto Park Nigeria Limited, Ezekiel Adole, and one of Resto Park's station manager, Wokineme George, also refuted the ownership claims, emphasizing that their reporting line is strictly to their CEO, Chris Okogu, and not to the FCT minister or any other government official.
Resto Park Oil and Gas, we have 4 stations in Rivers State here. One at Rumudara, the other one at Aba Road, that is Rumola. We have one at Elekaya and one at Ikoko. So I'm the one that managed 4 of them, and I don't report to Wike. My MD, CEO, as I earlier said, is Christopher Okogu.
So the news flying around, we want to let the public know that the Resto Park filling station is being owned by Mr. Chris Okogu. He's not the former governor of Rivers State. Since I joined the company, I've not had anything to do with knowing any other person apart from my boss, who is Mr. Chris Okogu.
Away from that, the President General of the Movement for the Development of Oyibo, Ndoki, and Asa Ethnic Group, Dr. Victor Eyina Oute, is urging the River State Sole Administrator, retired Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas, to declare the flooding situation in Oyibo a state of emergency. Oute spoke with correspondent Emekotoka.
We, the people of Oyibo local government, we are calling on the sole administrator whose leadership of the state is in his hand right now. So please come to the aid of Oyibo local government people, especially the urban center. As we speak now, flood is stacking people already. So he should come to our aid and build drainage systems. Identify where he can build canals and build canals. These are not rocket sciences. This is what government can do, because the fact is people are going to relocate from their homes any moment from now as the rain phases. And
in other news, the 2025 Electoral Committee of National Union of Ikwere Students, NUWIS Worldwide, says it has returned Mr. Precious Obodo as a duly elected president of the union. Announcing the results, the Electoral Committee chairman, Goodluck Onwebu, said Obodo defeated two other candidates to emerge winner, while Nancy Ogunka emerged vice president, adding that other positions were contested unopposed.
The election that was conducted by myself and my members, and the presence of the stakeholders and elders of NUWIS Worldwide, and the presence of Nigerian Police Force and other relevant security agencies, Precious Obodo emerged winner and was declared winner by my very self, Comrade Honorable Goodluck Chimocha, with the total vote of 37 against his opponent, Comrade Onuchuku Samuel, with the total vote of 25, and the next candidate, Comrade Emmanuel Chimaroke Michael, with no vote. And we equally have other unopposed candidates, which were equally elected today for different positions.
Some observers of the election also spoke.
I observed that particular election. It happened before my very presence, and I can only express that this is the most free, credible, and transparent election I've seen in recent times. Everyone was there, including security agencies, and Obodo Precious emerged as the winner. So I congratulate him, and I congratulate everybody that took part in that particular process.
Comrade Igwe Henry, the Senate Majority Leader in the 5th Legislative Council of the National Union of Ikwere Students Worldwide. I am here to affirm that the election conducted today at Omagwa was peaceful, credible, and visible to the general public, and I want to urge the senators to work in synergy with the new elected president in the person of Obodo Precious.
In his acceptance speech, the newest president, Precious Obodo, promised to unite Ikwere students.
Ikwere students worldwide should be expecting good governance from me and my executive. This government is for everybody. National Union of Ikwere Students National Secretariat need to be united and one voice spoken out. Out to serve the interests of National Union of Ikwere Students. We need to have our secretariat. The past government could not achieve that. At least my government will achieve that. Build or rent.
And now, a former board member, Bureau of Public Procurement, Iseleye Amakri, has congratulated his political leader, Dr. Tammy Wenike Danagogo, on his elevation as Opuda Chief Tammy Wenike Danagogo, paramount head of Jack's Group of Houses, Daiju, the 11th to be seated on the Daiju stool. In a statement he personally signed, Iseleye Amakri lauded the Abonema Council of Chiefs for finding Dr. Tammy Wenike Danagogo worthy of the elevation, adding that his wealth of experience remains a blessing to his people, as he will always discharge his duties as best as possible. Away from that, the Interfacing Board Chairman of K Community, David Gilbert, has hailed the appointment of Dr. Sukari Ibifuro as sole administrator of Degema local government area. Speaking in an interview with journalists in Port Harcourt, Mr. David Gilbert described Dr. Sukari Ibifuro as a square peg in a square hole, whose track record as an academia will attract goodwill and bring about development to Degema local government area. He called on the people of Degema local government area to support the local government area sole administrator.
It's a square peg in a square hole. Is an academia. When we had the appointment, we were all glad because we know he has the capacity to deliver, and which he has also started delivering. If you look at his recent activities in respect to administration, he has paid all the NEPA bills off. some communities, and is still going to do more. So I want to use this medium to congratulate him.
David Gilbert also commended the appointment of the Amayanabo of K Kingdom, King Agolia Aboko, as chairman of the Degema Local Government Area Traditional Rulers Council.
He's an intelligent man, he's a leader. Let me also use this medium to congratulate him. He's my direct boss. I'm so glad and happy that he's the one that is being appointed now to head the traditional council of the local government. Since he was in to lead the people of K, he has always fought against crime, and our community is peaceful. There are no issues.
In other news, the Orumwijima community says its attention has been drawn to report by some community members in Rupwoko town claiming ownership of Orumwijima community Ohia Mbakiri farmland where SBDC Mboku manifold is sited, as well as part of the land newly acquired by Heirs Energy Company. The community in a statement said the manifold and the extended land by Heirs Energy Company in Orumwijima community belongs to the Orumwijima community and they are not the property of any individual or family. It said Orumwijima community is made up of 4 subfamilies: Rumu Wogu, Rumu Amadiojuku, Rumu Amadielebo, and Rumu Ajonwo families. It said any negotiation regarding the use or purchase of Orumwijima community manifold or any community land must be done with recognized representatives of the 4 subfamily units present. It called on SBDC, Heirs Energy Company, and the public to take note. The statement was signed by Chioma Benson of Rumu Amadi Ojuku family, Sunday Abraham of Rumu Ajonwo family, Ibe Eric Amadi, a member of Rumu Ogu family, Nna Chukwuemeka Hanacho, a member of Rumu Amadi Elebo family, and women and youth of Orumwijima community. On the international scene, at least 20 people have been killed after gunmen opened fire on a group of domestic tourists visiting a popular beauty spot in India-administered Kashmir. The attack took place in Pahalgam, a picturesque town in the Himalayas, often described as the Switzerland of India. Reports suggest that there are a large number of wounded, with some in critical conditions. Now that's a wrap on the news this morning. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. Rivers police have killed 4 suspects involved in the murder of kidnapped CEO George Will. Police is probing the suicide of an inspector assigned to a former Rivers local government chairman. And on the foreign scene, more than 20 people have been killed after gunmen opened fire on tourists in Indian-administered Kashmir. The news was edited by Martha Okere. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I am Ifechukwu Mwanyele. Many thanks for listening.